Pisces, hello. For those of you who have been here before, welcome back. And for those of you who it's your first time here, welcome. I'm Denise. This is Surrender to the Flow Tarot. And today I will be doing a mid-monthly reading for the collective of Pisces. Any of the 11 placements, they will all work. The way that I do mid-monthly readings is they're broken into decans. Every astrological sign is divided into 3 parts called decans. Decan 1, 2, 3. Depending on when your birthday is, determines on which decan you fall into. The decans for Pisces are Decan 1 is February 19th to the 29th. Decan 2 is March 1st to the 10th. And Decan 3 is March 11th to the 20th. Don't worry, I will say them again. They will also be in the description box below, along with timestamps for each decan. So, every decan runs into the next one. I recommend watching all of them because they're just multifaceted aspects of one centralized truth. I break them into decans so that there's it has a greater chance of being more personalized for all of you, and that you get more info this way rather than me just doing a general reading and just pulling for all of you together. You know what I mean? I will do full readings for each decan. I'm going to pull a card for 1, 2, and 3. Then I'll talk about what's on the split in the middle, the split in the bottom, and that goes for all 3 decans. And then I will clarify. So if you're going to just watch your decan, I recommend you watch up until I'm going to clarify decan 1, because then you will know, you'll have an idea from what cards are pulled, if you should watch all the decans or one of them, or if none of them feel like they're resonating. You feel me? Okay, so the question, hold on, I'm gonna drink some water. Sorry. I love water. Gosh, I love water. Okay, question I'm asking the universe on your behalf is, what can you do to raise your energetic vibration right now and for the remainder of the month? And I'm going to start with tarot. We're going to pull from the Linestrider Tarot. And then we will definitely be clarifying. I've been using the Elle Qui Oracle, and then I have a bunch of tarot. We'll figure it out as we get there, okay? Okay. So, are you ready, Pisceans? Decan 1, February 19th to 29th, and also happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday, Pisces! Happy birthday to you. Okay. You ready? The Knight of Pentacles. Nice. That's Virgo energy. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. A lot of times so slow it's not moving at all, but it's very sturdy, dependable, solid, measured, very measured. You know, sometimes that can be a good thing to be the Knight of Pentacles, and sometimes it's in a negative way because you're like stagnating, but we'll see when we clarify. So that's Decan 1. Decan 2 is March 1st to the 10th. Let's see what you got going on. 4 of Wands. That is a deepening of a commitment. That is a merging of 2 formerly separate energies into one. Successfully, happily. The 2 of Cups. Okay. That's the mini lovers for the major arcana. That is 2 actualized people who have a solid foundation and a solid relationship with themselves and the source coming together to explore what they can make together. You know what I mean? It's the Knights are offers. So this could be an offer for Decan 1 of stability, like a real offer, like for real deal, like ride or die. You know what I mean? The 2 of Cups is when you've been already in contact with someone, you've been hanging out, you've been communicating, and this is the next level of relationship. It from there goes like, so this would be like exclusive or primary partners, or do you know what I mean? It's like that, going from dating to like just exclusivity or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Anchors or whatever, however it works out for you. where the lovers would be like getting engaged or moving in, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So it's all different levels, but this is dope. Let's see what actually comes out for you, Deacon 2 or all Pisceans. Didn't fall. Now it did. That doesn't count. The 3 of Wands, that is when you've made a decision to move out of your comfort zone and you've done the work, you've like picked the dates, like say you're going to travel, right? You pick the dates, you pick the place, you book the room, and now you're at the airport waiting for the plane, or you have to wait 6 months till the trip comes up. It's like that. It's like you are taking the steps and there's right now like a waiting period, but it is due to things outside of your control. You know what I'm saying? The Emperor, Pisces. This is Aries. May or may not be relevant. The Emperor. Whew. This is the energy of a very charismatic, very charming, very intelligent, very strong-willed, energetic, welcoming, protective, creative, very, very creative, fierce, loyal person, not afraid to take action. Emperor is all of the kings, all 4 kings, and the Empress is all 4 queens, just FYI. That is dope. So we'll see if this is you or if this is someone in your sphere. Deacon 3, March 11th to the 20th. All right, Pisces. What y'all got going on here? I love the Knight of Pentacles for you because being human is so difficult for you guys a lot. And being grounded, okay. They didn't fall out, but we got Temperance, the Knight of Swords, and the 4 of Pentacles. So that is using faith as a compass, understanding divine timing is at work here. Maybe wanting to take action. There's this... The Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight in the deck, and the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest. And they both, one came out, but they both are appearing in your reading. So that's interesting. The 4 of Pentacles is holding on to what you feel is safe, and it's settling, basically. And what I see here is you're kind of going... hold on. I think it's slow and steady. I think you want to take action, and you're gathering information, and your things are coming to light. And as soon as you have all of that, it'll be time for you to take action. Do you know what I mean? But it's not quite time yet. There's still something else that needs to come to light. Okay, so what'd you get? The 7 of Swords and the Knight of Cups in reverse. Interesting. Okay. The split is the 6 of Cups. So we're definitely talking about a very powerful past life soulmate connection. Very strong. The 10 of Pentacles underneath the 6 of Cups. This is tied into your legacy. You are partners. You are partners in laying the foundation down for your long-term stability. Okay? And on the bottom is the 10 of Swords. Oh, and the High Priestess and the 5 of Swords. Okay. This is carrying a lot of pain, right, from the past. It's been a battle for you to be present, to trust your intuition, to trust it, I think. To hear it, to trust it, to give it credence, like to give it weight. All right, so Deacon 3, which I didn't explain, is the 7 of Swords and the Knight of Cups in reverse. And the 7 of Swords is thievery, is taking something that doesn't belong to you. It can work out all kinds of ways. The Knight of Cups is an open heart, an open vulnerability, vulnerable space, message of love. That's like, hey, I'd like to see you again, or you know what I mean? Like that. It's like the beginning of dating. Like the Page of Cups is when you have like you're interested in someone and you maybe flirt a little. The Knight of Cups is when you like stand in front of them and you're like, hey, let's like try this out. You know what I mean? Or like, let's go on a date or something. This is showing that there's some kind of betrayal here. Something's going on, but we'll get there when we get there. Okay. So here we go. We're going to start clarifying Deacon 1, February 19th to the 29th. Timestamps. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. We're going to go tarot. We're going to go tarot of the curious creatures. Okay. What else can you tell Pisces about how they can use the energy of the Knight of Pentacles to raise their energetic vibration right now? You had 3 knights. 3 knights. Right? Why did I think you had 3 knights? 2 knights. Where's my brain going? 57 readings from earlier, or did you have a knight in here? No. Okay, I don't know. 2 knights. Sorry. Definitely sleepy. All right. How can the Pisceans who resonate with Deacon 1, which again is February 19th to the 29th, utilize the Knight of Pentacles energy to raise their energetic vibration? The Death card in reverse. The Hanged Man. Okay, this is a whole lot of not movement. The 10 of Cups, that's tied into your heart's happiness. In your happy ever after, you know what I mean? Whatever that looks like for you. The Moon, which is you, also Cancer. Sideways, going into the reverse. A whole lot of not knowing and not moving. I want one more, I think. One more. Yeah, one more. Did you see it? The Ace of Wands. Okay, so this is... Aces are beginnings. They are the beginning of the next part of your journey, the focus of it. Sometimes you can get more than one at once, right? The Ace of Wands is about the age of inspiration, of becoming one with your creative self, with your passion, with your confidence, with your self-esteem, with your abilities in yourself to be a doer, right? The Emperor is Aries. Aries is a fire sign. Wands are fire, right? Okay. On the split was the King of Wands. So you may have fire in your chart. This is Leo, but it could be any fire sign. It doesn't have to be any of them. The King of Wands is on the split with the 3 of Swords underneath that. So that's heartbreak. The Knight of Cups again in the upright. Temperance again. 2 of Cups. Okay. This has been a long time coming for you, whatever this is, this coming together. It's been a long time in the making, and it looks like it still is. The 2 of Pentacles, the Page of Wands. That came up in another time, the 4 of Pentacles. Okay. It looks like it could be a reconciliation for some of you. It's almost like you're trying to figure out how to balance your practical, stable side and your energetic, spontaneous, go with the flow side, right? That's what it feels like. You have gotten to a point where you understand and you can harness it, the energy of both, and now you're trying to align it together so you have space for both in your life. That's what it feels like. It's tied into this King of Wands, and so is the heartache. The King of Wands doesn't have to be masculine. It's just that energy. Can be any gender, non-binary, anything. It is a person who is a doer. Queens create environments and kings sustain it. So the King of Wands is confident, charming, very much like the Emperor, right? Passionate, full of ideas, fiery, loyal, fiercely loyal, very strong views, isn't afraid to voice them, isn't afraid to take action, is a protector, serves the kingdom, you know what I mean? Somebody you want on your side in a fight, especially in a physical fight, right? They're not afraid. That's the energy. And that is tied to some great sorrow for you. It looks like an offer in the past that you've maybe been hoping for. That's the feeling I'm getting. Okay. The Death card in reverse. Why is the Death card in reverse? Why is the Death card in reverse? That is a halting of a metamorphosis. It could be that it's halted because of the offer. It's got to be the right offer at the right time. Coming from a genuine place, bringing up everything, like ride or die, bringing it all, right? Why is this Death card in reverse? The Ace of Cups. That's a beginning in unconditional love, in all the aspects of love. The King of Pentacles. The King of Swords. It's somebody working on their Emperor energy, right? Not quite ready yet. Not quite ready. Six of Cups again. Wow. That's what it is. It's what I felt like. It's someone gearing themselves up to make this really stable offer. And there's still a little bit of hesitation because there's a little bit more healing that needs to happen. And there's a little bit more of learning how to listen to intuition and letting go of the need to control. Does that make sense? Okay, so for Deacon 1, what you do to raise your energetic vibration is to focus on the healing, keep focusing on the healing of yourself, and allow yourself to know what you want, to believe in yourself, and to let yourself become. I'm going to pull an Elle Qui for you. These are really good at like illustrating more of like the deep, what's going on deep inside of you, like emotionally and behaviorally. You know what I'm saying? Which gives it a little more specificity. I don't know how to say that word right now. I'm very, very tired. I am. Okay. Are you ready, Deacon 1? The folks resonating. Jenna. She who calms, stillness, purity, quiet. I will read it. On the split, you got she who is present, Taraz, now, awareness, acceptance. And she who is wild, sauvage, untamed, wild, mysterious. It feels very much like that earlier, what I was saying, like your spontaneity and your stability. Like you have them both harnessed, and now you're trying to figure out how to keep them both in your life. All right, let's start with just want to check over Taraz, the one that came up on the split. Yeah, it's the healing. It's about the healing part. A time of quiet solitude. Taraz, whose name means now in Polish, values when and where she is, being present. This card is asking you to honor the things that are happening now, good, bad, and indifferent. Acknowledge this instant of time fully. Be present. The Knight of Pentacles is most certainly present if he's anything, if they're anything. Do not avoid the present moment by dreaming of the future or revisiting the past. It might be a good time to engage in physical activity, to focus your awareness in the here and now. Your best hope for this situation is to face it head on. This is not a time to play ostrich. Facing this moment with acceptance will carry you into the next. That's totally what Knights do. They face it head on. So here's some questions to ask yourself. Am I doing everything I can to stay present in this moment? How can I focus myself more effectively? What happens when I accept things the way they are? Let's go to Sauvage. Sauvage casts a spell to change her into her most untamed self. She's caught up in the whirlwind, taking her into the wildness of her inner soul. Cords connect her to the pendulum, one of her tools for exploring her true nature. Her two crow companions flutter by her as they watch the mystery unfold. Sauvage turns from light to dark, then back again, because she knows the power in being both and neither. That's so you, Pisces. You know the power of being everything and nothing at the same time, right? More than anybody else does. Taurus second too, I think. Aquarius third. Here's the primitive pattern of her authentic self. Her eyes are closed to better hear the voice of the universe, calling her back to her indigenous roots. So maybe this is about you taking, part of your healing is like going on a journey, a shamanic journey. The only person who can stop Sauvage is herself. The message of this card is to examine what makes you feel tame and predictable. Now commit to doing one unexpected act each day. It's totally the balancing of the being spontaneous and being grounded, and finding a way to be both of those on a regular basis that keeps you in alignment with your highest vibrational good, right? Think of it as random acts of authenticity. Monitor the reactions of those in your inner circle. Some will be your corvid flight mates, while others may need to be gently moved further away. Only those who can support you in your arcane fancies need to be maintained. Only the people who see you and respect you and hold space for you in all of yourselves, in all of your ways. Do you know what I mean? The people who will tell you straight up what you're doing wrong. The people who have your back. Your best answer to the current situation is to let them know you are a magical wild thing. Be your full self. It's time for you to be your full self. Your full self. But not chaotic, right? Your full self, but in control. Who supports my authenticity? What unexpected things can I do today? Where can my magic take me? All right, Jenna. This is good for you guys, for y'all. G-H-I-J. Come on with the alphabet. Come on. I'm going to drink some more water. Hold on. You're my third reading today. A lot of talking. Okay. Jenna walks beneath a wintry sky. Her wise companion, the owl, follows her. There's peace here in the stillness of the trees. Her dress, made from the feathers of the white peacock with a delicate overlay of Queen Anne's lace, echoes the quiet purity of snow. This goddess is a ghost to some, to others a trusted confidant. But Jenna sees and knows all who revel in her wintry world. A whisper of a cold breeze against the cheek is her kiss of thanks. Jenna appears in order to honor the pause. Come to me, child, she quietly calls. Come to me when your days are too full. Come to me when noise overpowers. Her gift is calm companionship. This is about your relationship with the source and fortifying that and understanding. To keep giving into it is to fill your well up, your energetic reserve, right? You don't need someone else. You don't need anybody else. You need you, and you need your relationship with source first, right? Everything else is so you can experience things. But I feel like a codependent feeling. And you're not, okay? That's not your authentic self, and you don't need it. An intimate walk on a snow-quieted day will be your reward when you answer her call. She and her whisper-winged guide want to show you the benefit of carving out a few peaceful moments for yourself. This lovely spirit of Winterland beckons you to join her for one still minute. Focus on your breath. Appreciate all that we have in this one simple moment. Pause to give thanks for the calm respite. Here's your questions. Can I afford 5 minutes to merely sit and breathe quietly? How will I benefit by taking a few minutes right now? How can I make this a daily practice? Exactly. About fortifying your daily practice with the source so that you could go make this offer, be a ride or die for someone. Pisces. Okay. Dopeness. Moving on to Deacon 2, which is March 1st to 10th. Okay. Sorry, I'm so sleepy. The Emperor. Are you jumping from the Knight of Pentacles to the Emperor? Who is this Emperor? We're going to use the Lightseers. No, we're going to use the Field. We're going to use the Field. Yeah, we're going to use the Field. Okay. Boom. Sorry, y'all. Okay, what can you tell the folks who resonate with Deacon 2, March 1st to 10th, about how they can use the energy of the Emperor to raise their energetic vibration? Thank you. The Sun in reverse. Oh my gosh. What? They're like exact opposite. The Emperor is your true authentic self, and the Sun in the upright is your true authentic self, and living a life of in the state of happiness because you are your true authentic self. But this is coming up in the reverse. The Two of Wands and the Lovers. So some kind of choice to get you outside of your comfort zone, to get you stepping into your power. The Princess of Wands. I need to look actually and see if in this deck princesses are pages or knights, because I don't fucking remember. Pages. Okay, it's about discovery. It's about a new endeavor, creative. That's a creative endeavor. Now, it came out sideways going into the upright, so that's good. I'll pull another one. The Four of Swords, sideways going into the reverse. So you've been in healing, and the Four of Swords is healing. I'm going to pull one more. The Queen of Cups, which is Cancer, but it could be you. It could be any water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but it is the Queen. It is Cancer. I don't remember if she was. I think she was sideways going into the reverse. The Two of Wands on the split, and the Lovers on the bottom. The Death and the Magician, the Death and the Lovers. This is about, and the Ace of Wands again. Okay. You're trying to manifest a new beginning that includes a super high component of mutual collaboration creatively, passion, you know, it's, yeah. That's what you're trying to manifest, or someone is trying to manifest that. The World, the Strength, the Knight of Swords, and the Two of Wands is on the split. The end of a cycle that has been long and burdensome for you. And it's the end of the cycle is bringing in action that needs to be taken. And it's cutting things out. It's probably cutting someone out or behaviors out that don't serve you, and it's hard for you to do it. It's requiring a lot of strength and for you to stand in your Emperor, right? For you to get to your Emperor status. So it's about coming to this with your being, your heart center, your authentic self, your soul intact, nurtured, done the healing, know when to move yourself out of the healing, right? To take the courage, to pull up, gather your courage, to go for your authentic happiness. I want to see why the Sun is in reverse, okay? But what this feels like is like gathering up the courage to just take the plunge into and come out as the Emperor. You come out as the Emperor. It's because you don't play, Pisces, okay? You don't play. All right, why is the Sun in reverse? What can you tell? The Nine of Wands. Yeah, you feel like it's unattainable almost because it's been such a long journey to get here and it's been so burdensome. The Judgment, and it requires a complete life change. The Judgment is a calling. You hear it. It requires you to leave behind what you were and you're going to blossom and expand, energetically expand and become. Make sense? And this is you getting up the courage and the strength to do that, to stand there in your Emperor. And what you're doing, how you're doing that is heeding the call, healing yourself, filling up your energetic reserve, and then preserving it and giving an overflow, having an overflow to give, and being showing up as unconditional love and strength and confidence and action all the same, right? We'll pull an Elle Qui for you. Okay, well, I don't need to show you that. You already know what it looks like. Sorry, I'm sleepy. How many times can I tell you that I'm sleepy? How many times can I tell you? The Towers on the bottom? Did I move this around? I like that deck. The field deck. It's the field, right? Yeah. It's pretty. Okay. What else can you tell? The folks who resonate with Deacon 2. She who rises up, Pearl, empower, uplift, elevate. Jocelyn, she who persists, perspective, defiant, persistent. This is showing up as your full authentic self, not taking anybody else's BS and opinions and projections onto you, saying no. Fully, that's what this one is too. Shiala, she who creates. This is being your full, flying your freak flag. Having full confidence in that. Getting yourself to a balanced place where your knowing and your being and your is/are-ing and your doing are all in alignment, in harmony. It's harmony. It's building harmony. Okay, let's read Pearl. Like the iridescent gems she weaves into her hair, Pearl has been shaped by her experiences and has evolved into a being of great strength and beauty. She is who she is because of all her trials and challenges. She wears a badge of honor tattooed on her back. The mythical bird of fire, the phoenix, circles her back and arms to remind her that rising from the ashes is something she knows how to do. Got this death card in the upright, right? Her focus is determined. You can see her clear, steady gaze looking at you. She has risen up and is now a beacon ready to help others. The message of this card is that you have all the power you need to raise yourself up to the next level. We just said that, right? You need you and source. Some of that strength may come from others who want to help you. Look to those around you to find the tribe members who want to lift you up rather than press you down. There we go. So maybe this is about being able to discern, because I feel strongly the codependence here. And this is shifting it to understanding support is different than codependence, right? You don't get your meaning, like your validation from someone. You are a mirror and you find your tribe who can mirror back to you, right? The ones who have your back. This card represents that clear-eyed friend who only wants the best for you. Elevate your own soul by remembering that empowerment comes from within, but a little boost from a friend never hurts. So the empowerment comes from you. The support comes from outside of you. You feel me? Fierce and wild, remember the phoenix when you see Pearl. Rise up to greet any challenges presented to you. You are an elevated soul, ready to supercharge your life. This card reminds you to lift your head with pride so you can see the way to your amazing future. That's right, Pisceans. Questions for you. How have my experiences shaped and empowered me? Who is always in my corner? How can I uplift others? How can you uplift yourself first? Okay. Whew! All right. Deacon 3, March 11th to 20th. This one is interesting. Not that they weren't all interesting, because they have been, but that's how Pisces is. Always complicated in a good way. The Seven of Swords and the Knight of Cups. Let's just get right into this and see what the hell's going on here. Okay, are we gonna but we already have these out, so do I need a different deck? We have the Curious Creatures. We have the Feel. We didn't do the Lightseers. Let's do the Lightseers. Okay. What can you tell the folks who resonate with Deacon 3, March 11th to 20th, about how they can use the energy of the Seven of Swords and the Knight of Cups to raise their energetic vibration? Is it making reparations? Is it like righting wrongs? The Devil. Wow, this is intense. The Ten of Wands. The Hierophant, but it didn't fall. That's a soul contract. That's honoring a soul contract or ending a soul contract, like completing it. The Ten of Wands, the Ten of Swords. Oh, this is painful. This is painful. This is a lot of fucking pain here. Wow. Jeez, Pisceans who are resonating with this. The Nine of Swords. Oh my God. The worst is done. That is true. The worst is done. This is putting the burdens down, realizing all the things you've been carrying you didn't need to carry, and you didn't realize that. Putting them down, you're exhausted. It could be like wearing a mask, you know what I mean? And having to feel like you had to conform, and that the Seven of Swords is showing up as your true self being ripped from you, from someone else. It's interesting because this has come up in this position for multiple different signs. I'm still going to pull because I'm not completely, it's not totally clear. The Eight of Cups. Okay. Whew! Boy. The Nine of Cups on the split. Oh, thank God. Thank God for you. Judgment. Yes. Okay. This has been a battle. It's like you versus you, and you versus the world, and you versus the world, right? And then you versus you. And you are finally getting to a place where you are walking away. You are like, all of this stuff, no more. I'm not settling for the Eight of Cups. I'm going for the 10. I want my 2. I'm going for the 2. I'm putting all this stuff down, hard as it is, that doesn't serve me, that's just held me down. On the bottom is the Five of Cups. That is, and the Nine of Pentacles. That's good. And the Emperor. Oh yeah, so this is self-care, being fully in a place where you have healed yourself up to not carrying the pain anymore. It's not dictating what you're not identifying with it. You're not carrying it. You're not taking it on. You're not giving up, right? You're not self-medicating. You're aware of all these things. You are doing the healing. You are steady on your own feet. You don't need another person to validate your existence or your worth. You know you're worthy. You know you are. You've done all the work, and you're still doing it, but you've done it, and you got to a place where you are no more with all of this stress and anguish and grief and sorrow and pain, exhaustion. Nope. You are headed straight for your wish fulfillment. You're heeding that judgment call. Good for you. And you're going to end up in a place where the wrongs will be righted, and you will have an open heart, able to stand there strong in your vulnerability. Whew, God, okay. Let's do an Elle Qui for you, and then we will wrap this up. Intense, Pisces, but so dope. Emperors all over the fucking place. All over the place. The Devil is Capricorn, by the way. The Knight of Cups is you. Duh! That's you. That's you and your power. And yes, duh. So sorry about that. Sorry if you were yelling at me the whole time. You should have been. Sorry. Sorry. Silly Denise. She Who Questions, Amelie, Curiosity, Destiny, Search. That is doing a deep dive into yourself and doing A combination of meditation, asking yourself these self-reflecting, which is questions, and then sitting, not trying to think, not trying to discern, but just sit and have it come to you and know, and then more questions birth from that. And you know what I mean? Like to let yourself do a fully deep dive into you, into the care and keeping and the workings of you. Kamala, she who emerges, enlightenment, mindfulness, rise up, Pisceans. The split is she who hesitates, Mora, ponder, delay, confidence. And she who resists, audace, fearless, justified, resistant on the bottom. We're going to start with that. Where's the book? Oh my God. Audace grips a bloody knife in her hand. She looks back to see who follows. Her determination is echoed in the golden bee exploring the rose in her hair. She will continue to do what she must do. She holds no love for violence, but neither will she allow fear to rule her. When the call comes to fight for her rights, she will always answer. That's Emperor and Empress. That's Queen of Wands and King of Wands. Her fierce resistance comes from a lifetime of being told what she cannot do exactly, right? You now know who you are. You always knew, and now you feel safe in being who you are. And you're having the people around you who also reflect that back to you. No more of these people putting projections onto you and trying to make you fit or make you feel bad for who you are. You are beautiful and wonderful exactly how you are, okay? In all your brilliance. Audace embraces her own voice, her own power, her own infinite right to be herself. Audace's message is to fight for yourself. Resist those who would change who you are. Stand against injustice in your world. It is best to choose the path of nonviolence. Yet at times you may have to use justified anger as impetus to move yourself forward. Use the momentum from anger to move you forward. Anger rooted in clarity, right? Anger for a minute and then it should turn. It shouldn't stay there, right? You shouldn't stay angry. It's just part of the wave, right? Examine how you may be allowing things to happen simply by refusing to resist. This is not a time to allow others to walk over you. Here are your questions. Am I allowing my power to be blocked? Is my anger justified? Are there peaceful ways to resist? And the one that came out, which is she who emerges, Kamala. Kamala is the physical embodiment of the lotus. With her feet sunk firmly into the mud, she rises up clean and pure. From her hands, the lotus blossom tumbles back into the muck where it will regenerate once again. Kamala's gaze is on the flower held aloft in her hands. In the lesson of mindfulness, we learn to give our complete focus to one thing at a time. Her enlightenment comes when Kamala realizes that like the lotus in her hand, she too will eventually return to the womb of the earth. Living a thoughtful life takes full engagement of self. The message of this card is to become present. You've had that a couple different times, right? In a couple different ways. The future and the past are neither here nor there. Imagine yourself to be a sacred lotus rising from the mud. Know the value of your growth as you emerge into the person you are meant to be. Worrying about what is to come withers you. Regret over what has been diminishes you. Open to being born into this moment. Follow a deep breath into your body. Feel how the air permeates your being. Enlightenment comes as you become known to this present moment. Your questions are, how do I feel right now? What is the value to me of being present? How can I cultivate more mindfulness? There you go, Pisces. I hope that this helped. Thank you for coming and sharing your energy with me. And thank you for coming and holding space for me while I attempt to translate the messages for you. I will see you in like 2 weeks at your March monthly reading. Okay, until then, bye Pisces.